Where Jesus walked. To walk where Jesus walked. Today is Palm Sunday, and we kick off the last week of what is called the Holy Week. It's the last week before Christ goes to the cross. And the sobering fact that we want to ponder is to walk where Jesus walked in this last week. Is to focus on what he did in the last week of his life. I want us to see and understand before we get to Good Friday that Jesus didn't look at his life that was coming to an end and decided to reach into the bucket list of to do things before I die. Like, let me go bungee jumping, let me go skiing, let me visit some long-lost relatives, etc., etc. Nothing like that. Jesus said, I do nothing except what I see the Father do. He obeyed the Father to the last. And so how much more you and I as believers should reflect on the obedience and submission of Christ in this last week. Not to say he was not obedient and submissive to the Father at any other time, but more so in this week. And to bring our hearts and lives in alignment with that level of obedience and submission. And say, Lord, as you submitted, as you obeyed, I'm walking my life this week to the same extent as you did. If you had a relative that you were really fond of, a loved one that was close or is close to you, and the doctor said to you and to this patient, you've only got 7 days to live. What would you do with them in the next 7 days? Would you go off on a holiday for 3 months abroad and leave them to die in this last week? Or would you not stay and spend time with them? Would you not focus and zoom in on their every need and want and make their life as comfortable as possible? Would you not reflect on the things they are saying in these passing moments? So when we look at it that way, we begin to soberly reflect upon what Jesus did and what Jesus said and the importance of it. We look today, Palm Sunday, it's known as the triumphal entry of Christ into Jerusalem. 1,000 years before Christ, his forefather David entered Jerusalem and conquered it and called it the city of David. And 1,000 years later, the descendant of David, the son, Christ our Savior, comes